Alright, let me take this mic off. Hello YouTube, how are you today? Yeah, we're streaming more Shadowbringers. I'm in the PvP area right now. I was doing a bit of PvP with some of the lads because they said, oh, no, you want to do PvP? I've never done PvP before, so I thought, hey, yeah, sure, why not? I'll try PvP. It was alright. I'm not a big fan of it. It seemed really, eh, eh. But yeah, we're playing some more FF today. Hopefully today we're gonna get to Shadowbringers. I know I'm almost there. There's just like a few things that I have to do, and then we're there. So hopefully today we'll get to Shadowbringers and we'll be able to just get into it and have fun. But yeah, we're playing some FF today. I was also gonna stream yesterday some Yu-Gi-Oh though, but I was just tired after work, and when you're tired and you haven't got anything, and you're kind of like dead from the work and stuff, you just don't want to go. You just don't want to do anything. So sorry for not streaming yesterday about that, but I was just really tired. So apologies for anyone out there who was wondering why I wasn't streaming yesterday when I said I'd probably start streaming again on Mondays. But when you're tired, you're tired. You can't help anything. Should probably get better armor for Topo. Oh, that's fine. Anyway, how's everybody though? You enjoying yourselves? You having fun? There's no one in the chat right now, but anyone on YouTube watching this, you probably having fun. Probably like sitting there watching me thinking, oh, he's playing FF again. Why is he playing FF again? Why is he here? Why is he here? Why is he doing this? And I'd say to that, well, it's fun. I enjoy Final Fantasy. It's actually a really fun game. And we need to put stuff up for sale, so I'm going to put this up because money. That is a lot, so we're going to put it up for $23,999. We'll get into the stuff in a minute. I just want to list the stuff that I don't need. Okay, so that's going to go up for what's that, 199, right? So that goes up for 190. A little bit of money making. A little bit of money making right now. That's a bit of money, so we're going to put that for 640. Try and get that out of my pouch. Put this up. Those are 799. Also, sorry if you can hear any banging in the background. My neighbor's still having work done on their house, so I can't really do anything about it. If it gets to an issue where it's picking up on the microphone proper, or they start going really loud, I might just turn down the gains a bit, just so you can hear me, but not them. Just so it's a little better for all of you lot, and you don't have to deal with any loud banging or anything. Like, it's not worth it, is it? Oh! Search. Hi, Grant! Oh, he left. Let's sell some of this stuff as well that I've got in my inventory. It's just taking up space, to be honest. What's this? This is for Scholar. My Scholar's already got the good gear, so I don't need that. Just make a bit of money. Money. This is how we teleport round without spending loads of money. Alright, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Money goes up. Got all of this stuff as well, but I don't really know what to do with it. And yeah, I should also probably glamour myself. I feel like I should glamour myself. I got that new ninja armor, didn't I? That's so really nice. I could also make myself look like this, but then I'll be very naked. So I think I'm going to just wear my lovely new ninja armor because it looks pretty good. And I think we're ready to go do actual things now. You can hear that in the background. I'm actually going to just turn down the gains a bit. Hopefully that'll do it. But now I'm really low. You know what? You know what, let me do something else. Instead of turning down my gains on this, I'm going to switch mics. So I'll mute that for a minute.
How's that? That should be better. I don't know if the quality, like I don't know how good the sound quality is on the Corsair headset mic, so hopefully it doesn't sound terrible. But it's better than having all that background banging, right? Like you don't want that background banging in anything. Let's do that just so we can get rid of that. And we can go do the actual stuff that we need to do. Cool. And I unlocked mounting here. Wait, I thought I unlocked flying here the other day. What? Do I need to do one more thing before we actually start? Raga's Reach, Kugane. It's this one. Auspicious Encounter. Yeah, we've done that, 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 we've done that. Oh, have I not? I never finished this. Right, we can get this done real quick before we actually go into... Like, there's so much stuff to do in Final Fantasy, and I want to be able to fly before I get too deep into anything, because if I can't fly, it's just going to make things so much longer. So... I can fly here, though, so it's nice, at least. Like, I shouldn't have much more to do here as well, I think. If it's like an event, I'll probably just say screw it, but if it's just like one thing... Because I did the dungeon bit of that quest the other day, it's just I didn't stream it because I don't always want to be streaming Final Fantasy, because if it becomes one of those games where I'm just streaming constantly, I'll never have anything to do. I'll just be constantly streaming this and I'll get bored of it, and I don't want to do that. I want to play it in my own leisurely time as well. It's picking it up a bit. Turn it down. I should do. My earliest memories are not pleasant. From birth I was shunned by men and beasts alike for my snow-white fur, marked by harbinging of doom. Cast out and hunted, I struggled to survive. But I endured, I grew old and wise, and one day I resolved to protect this place and those that call it home. For in spite of everything, it was mine as well. In time they came to see me as a guardian instead of a demon, and yet for all I have done to raise above the beasts within, I may fall to madness and become the sum of their fears. Wow, kind of a bit sad. There we go. Bested Kami. Yep, we've killed many a god. Such confidence from one so young, but as ages of itself, does not confer wisdom, nor does youth go hand in hand with hubris. I warn you, for centuries has my Aramitama grown and festered. Hold nothing back, for I will not. Warrior, the time has come for you and yours to make ready. May the Kami grant you the strength to save my soul. Wow. We're saving the soul of this lion that can talk. A lion? Tiger? I think it's a tiger. The Jade so oh yeah, no, we're not. I'm not going too deep into this, because if we go in, because this is something that we're not going to do right now, because I want to do more main story content for this stream so we can actually get to Shadowbringers. So I'll leave that for another time, probably when I'm not streaming, or when I'm streaming, I don't know. I do whatever. I'll do whatever. But right now we're gonna go continue with the main story, because that's what we're here for. Like, the only reason I was doing that quest as well was because it unlocks flying originally, so let's get this done first, and then we can potentially maybe do that later. Because I want to get to Shadowbringers. I really, really want to get to Shadowbringers. It's been too long. I've been out. I need to get to Shadowbringers, and I'm almost there. Now there is a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? If you've come to offer Doman chains in place of Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. And what fine subjects you would make with your fleet at our disposal. Our restoration efforts would be hastened to tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. I need a drink. Orange juice! Talking cutscene? Mayhap you are confused, Doman Liberation. Was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Oh, there we go. Okay. Pirates. Calm yourself, Mistress Alize. We did not come here to moralize, we came here to talk, and there is more to be done. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garlean hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers, so many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they are familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well. The Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. She is sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the water lines rise, upper planks best, damn. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman lords are not averse into getting their robes wet. Not this, Doman lord. If we each inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in a trice. That is the spirit. The ship is moored at the quick escape pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. And I thought I had a knack for parleying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Well, well, I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Right, let's, flying would make this so much quicker. I should have just unlocked it, but it's not worth the effort. Woo! Inspections, inspections, inspecting the ship. Aye, I'm the shipwright. Apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seems solid enough. On the port side near the bow, he said, "Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do." My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I am happy to report no visible cracks or holes in my section of the hull. You're Lord Ian. The captain sent you to inspect the hull. Kami have mercy, forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. Ha! 'Tis all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. Their Imperials took my father away after their uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they are releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. How fares Our Lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I really don't know why I'm doing a pirate accent. I just felt like it. I see you have met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbled when he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see they are provided for. I have heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with Kim and homeland. Is that oath so easily put aside? If I allow it, I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago, you say. The words you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot, but he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Be it in Yangji or out of the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Hinashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I make my preparations to cast off. Well, my friend, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Alright, let's go. Where are we going? We're going over there. Okay, none of me. Doritos. Where am I? Here I am. Gotta love a bit of Doritos, yeah? Gotta. Especially the Cool Ranch, or the Cool Original. Oh, my nose is itchy. Alright, take me where I gotta go. No, it's annoying. I've unlocked the Aetherite in this place, but it doesn't just instantly let me go there. It really does annoy me. Like, I could teleport there right now for 100 gil, but it doesn't just let me go there. By the way, orange juice is the best. Kind of stopped drinking a lot of full fat things as well now. Trying to live healthier. Even though I'm eating Doritos when I say that. There are some boundaries, okay? Oh, got a bit on my throat. It seems Ugiri and Alphanode completed their tasks before us. They have been waiting. You scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety? In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange and pray to the Kami. These precautions were unnecessary. I don't really think it matters what one of these I take, so... I guess I'll just take this one. What's this? It's a grade 2 infusion of vitality, dexterity, so I'll take the dexterity right now. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. He will see they arrive and at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank not far from the castrum. Let's go. Big Bird. My Big Bird. Go, water horse. Fly me to where I need to be, even though horses should not be able to fly. But you are a water horse. You should be able to walk on water. Can I walk on water with you? Yes. Just as I should be allowed. Your party is assembled then? Aye. Oh damn it, I skipped to it. But regardless of the ambassador's intuition, we will bring our people home. Ugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We meanwhile shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the castrum. Loading docks, she will see you safely home. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it. Well, let's go. Let's get this done. Please don't let this just be a ton of talking, reading cutscenes. Just give me talking.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
This creepy dude. I
How
don't
very
like him.
generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
You drink. Oh, hello. Hello, you crazy bitch.
Yotsuyu.
Yotsuyu, you were so good. Why has change?
Orphan of the Nairi, widow of Sashihai, and acting Viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern.
Oh, are you
mine
serious?
to punish.
Are you serious? No. No. Go away.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
If I hear that brother talk, I must.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken.
What is that? That's the thing that her brother gave her.
This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
What the hell are you doing, Yotsuyu? She's summoning a primal. Are you serious? No, she's turning herself into a primal.
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
Well, I have to kill Yotsuyu. It's gotta be done. Why are we just standing here and letting this happen? I don't know. Oh no, she actually dark. What? What? Well, damn.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
But Ambassador,
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw.
This
Now!
little bastard planned this. Asahi, you are a dick.
as you command.
You planned this. You actually planned this. Are you serious? This is a joke.
My lord, you must fall back.
You ask me to run? Spare my pride, would you? I know this foe is beyond me. The field is yours.
This is a joke.
We will withdraw.
Asahi
Not
is a
without our countrymen. I want
dick.
every soul accounted for. Every soul.
My lord. I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I am become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty?
Me, I'm gonna kill you. Well, me and a few other people.
I
Still.
shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss,
You see, I liked her when she
your
was just her child
shall
form.
flicker and fail.
Her and Gozetsu were so good together. Like, oh,
Come,
like grandpa-daughter
let us
relationship.
cast the
It's really good.
stars and look upon the fate
It's
of
a really
dawn.
good relationship, and then this happened.
I see a future.
I was really
in
happy
which
as well.
The sun sets on this wretched
Because I started to
land
like her character.
once and for all.
Also, she's become a Makote. She's become a bunny girl. I think. Wait, is it Makote? I don't know. The bunny woman. Bunny people. This has to be the end of. What? I mean, she's become a bunny person, James. She literally has! She's got bunny ears! No, that's bunny ears, dude. Anyway, so it looks like we're going up against this. Let's kill it. Yotsuyu, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to die. It's not a debate at this point. You screwed up. You chose this path. You die now. I need to do that later as well. Alright, hopefully it's not too long away. 20 minutes. I could just go in as a healer, I guess. I am a healer main now. I've always enjoyed it. But my gear's a lot higher too. This. Well, while I wait, we can always go do something else. So, what's something I actually need to do? Done that. Done that. Don't want to do beast tribes. I don't know. What should I do? What do you think? Just see if I can use anything right now. I don't know, what do I do? You know what? Go in as a healer. 100 times quicker. Yep, the wait time is literally halved. And we'll go to Mordona for a minute, see if I can't get better gear. Rauga's Reach, sorry. Oh, see, we've literally got 2 tanks me already with 1 DPS. Like, going in as a healer. Instantaneous, people. This is why I choose to be a healer. Stuff's just so much quicker. Right, what am I missing? Oh, commence it. We're already in. Healers are the best. At least in MMOs. Come on, tank. I'm waiting. Right, Yosu, you're gonna have to die now, I'm sorry. You have made your mistakes, so you should die. Miss Bunny is. Very drunk.
It's going to be a long night.
Go ahead and put that on help the tanks do a little extra DPS. Just start here. We will not share this moment.
Your end is near.
Go ahead and give everyone a little shield. Looks back at my tank senpai. Tank senpai! You shall be protected along with everyone else because they all just took damage. I should also give him this. I'll make healing them a little easier. Can't even see anything with the amount of magics going around. Jesus. That is maze.
Beg for mercy.
That as well. Just go ahead and you. That good. Well, we're still suffering to get HP up. Everybody's taking a bit of damage here and there. And
Your death will be all the sweeter.
ouch. Down for the count, what? I understand it feeds my spite on myself. What the hell? Vector of Assassin. Oh! I see what all of these are now. This is... Oh! This is supposed to be like all of your Soyu's doubts and threats. This is all of her stuff from being Prime. Oh! That's kind of cool. Like she was breaking because of all of her mental strain. And that's one of her good parts. That was Gozetsu. Gozetsu was the only pure thing in her life. That's actually really cool. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
From mortal, I rise anew. Suffused with night, I shall prevail.
That's really cool. I'm not gonna lie. That is actually a really nice detail to have there. In the middle of that fight. So the first two must have been her parents. The others were people who followed her, I guess? Not sure. It's moonshine. Why have I got moonshine? Oh, I died! Maybe that was the moon shadow stuff? What does moon shadow do? Under the influence of the new moon. Okay. Like, I'm not paying full attention, am I? Okay, let's dream. Swift cast attack. And then focus on the tank when he gets up. Inside, need to get inside, get out of the damn AoE. Oh god. I need to be on this side then? I don't know how this works.
Your end is near.
Okay, we gotta go ahead and rest the healer. Swift cast the healer. Bring him back up. There's only the tank left.
Black tendrils.
Oh, the healer died instantly. No!
Not yet.
Oh!
I'll grind you under my heel. It's going to be long.
Alright. Let's not screw up this time.
Well,
Like, this is the first time for doing it, so one fail isn't that bad. Need some of my berry too.
your end is near.
Ace flow now. Help with the DPS a bit.
Thank them. Your death will be all the sweeter.
And now there's this bit again. Thanks, Fairy. Millie me. Go to his former parents. That's such a creepy ass dick die. And then there's another one. Oh no, just go away. And there's Gozetsu protecting. That's actually really cool. I don't care what anyone says. That's actually a really nice thing to add. How Gozetsu's the only one who would protect you in so many instances. And now this is where Suzugusu actually realizes her. It's actually really good to have in the middle of a fight. I won't mind. That's just something really nice to have. So we alternate. Give everyone a little heal. Let's see this. Tank now. Damage there. Kill that guy. Good heal. Tank. More. That's dead.
I'll grind you under my heel.
Go ahead and drop this to make less damage dealt to them. Just in time as well. Set them all up. Boom, boom. Very good. Very nice. Not everyone. get behind her, get behind her.
I'll drive you under my feet.
Ow. Oh, I died. I got hit by it. Just focus her. Just everybody just focus her. Honestly, limit break should be done now as well. I'll accept it. The limit break should be done. I'll quick wait. Check it out. So, yeah, done. Done! That run was a lot better. That was a lot better. And yet Suyu's hair's white now? Why is her hair white now? Okay. Well, Yotsuyu. Hopefully this means you're purified, and you won't become a stuck-up bitch again. Yeah. Got 2 commendations. Nice. Probably didn't deserve them because I failed the first time, but still. I want Gozetsu to walk in now. No! Asahi, you're dead. If that's Asahi, I'm killing him. I don't care. I don't care. What? He is a dead man! Boy, you're a dead man. You're a dead man. You're a dead man. You are a dead man.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
You're a bitch.
Will you surrender to anger then?
Close those
Slay
bloody eyes.
An anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Close those bloody eyes, you dirty cunt. You dirty bastard. Don't.
You cannot,
Excuse
of
that.
course. To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
This video just became demonetized. Or this stream.
But I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This dormant woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
You're the one who did this! She was returned!
It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
You don't deserve it, you creepy ass bastard.
No one alive loves him more than I!
Oh my god,
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
That's your sister. That is your sister. Please tell me that's Gozetsu.
Thank
you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Deserved.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
And she did it. Deserved.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
This makes me feel really sad for Yotsui. Like, she betrayed us. But she didn't do it. That she was betrayed her whole life. It's a really conflicting thing. She's someone I hate as a character. Like, her actual character, her original character and stuff that was built up to be just a complete and total bitch. But in the end, when she came back, I really hated
What's
it.
the matter?
But this redemption, I feel...
The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's deserved, but it's hard to appreciate. I wanted to click the other one, but okay.
Her happiness was never to be. Not in this world. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
Oh no! Don't! No! That hurt. That pierced my soul. That really did. That actually pierced my soul. Oh, sue you.
Lord, Xenos.
Oh, you deserve death. Go away. You're literally scum.
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asahi, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
Is his voice different? It sounds different. No, I mean, he did cut his throat.
Peace.
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
Well, that's not true.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord.
You're still a dickhead. You deserve your fate. Deserved.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Oh yeah, I expect him to. He's still alive. He cut his own throat last time.
You have prevailed, I see.
Don't go Zetsu. No, don't go Zetsu, please. Please. Don't make me feel things.
She is gone. Wherefore did the kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Go Zetsu, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Gozetsu, I really am. It's not on. You look to her as your granddaughter.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Oh, what was that?
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I
entertain thoughts of escape even now. But our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here. But it seemed to me there was more to the tale. I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
Yep.
But how can that be?
The simp gave the
Xenos
orders.
is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court. The idea is inconceivable.
I know what's going on.
absurd,
But I don't want to say
worthy
anything.
of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Wait, what?
Have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk his life on countless occasions. Next to him, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield.
This is weird. I don't know how this is gonna go. Are we gonna go
In
too?
the meeting room or the
I mean, it
audience
was cool.
chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
You know what? I believe in him. He's done some dumb things in the past, but I think Alpha No can do it. I think he can do it.
'Tis not for me to stop you. But I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind.
Alice is like
Just try not to do
Sundari,
anything
mad.
reckless, alright?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
Well then. I knew Asashi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thank the kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gozetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowboat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibuni before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet awaits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the enclave. Together 'twould be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. You know, that was really good. Just in general, that was a really good cutscene. Just like so much. And Gozetsu's sadness really did hurt. I won't lie. Reunited families. Lovely. Good.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
It's good to see the joy in people. Here's Gozetsu. The most wholesome samurai. My man's bored now. Okay.
Gosetsu, your hair. My friend, what have you done?
Well, okay then.
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
Gozetsu's a monk now.
All of them?
I want to wish him safe travels, but I don't want him to leave. I don't want him to leave. He's the most wholesome boy.
This is no full-on and final farewell. Send me on my way with a smile, my friend.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'Tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Dorma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Dorma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Cosettes. Oh, don't leave that kind of face. You're a cheerful man. Kozetsu. Kozetsu. My man, why? Makes me sad, man. It really does. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dreams of Doma restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you I have not forgotten the dark cloud of the horizon, that Xenos lives in a source of grave concern. Mayhap it's the gravest, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphinaud to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promises I made to Kozetsu. By building a nation, which he can be happy for, I don't know. Sigh, I confess, I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his faults, and Yotsuyu's childlike mien, I believe that he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Kozetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Stu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainders of his days in relative contentment. With that, the Kami had been so minded. Even now I labour to discern any meaning to Inyosu's fate, to deliver her from certain death, with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the Kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment a girl known as Suyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. That's the quest complete. Wow. Well, we should be too far off now. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call it a Rauga Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise and Xenos about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. To Rauga's Reach! Another talking cutscene, please. Night, Alice, you're back. No Alpha Node. It's good to see you, Lise, and for my headstrong brother, he's off what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Zeno might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke, gods, this had better be a joke. Now the long explanation. Look, I know what I saw, right? We all saw it, and here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald? I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust the knight. He saw the Crown Prince through the Echo in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Zeno. It definitely was him. No. It must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter? Xenos is dead! He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him! Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? That's Fowl's gilded halls, whatever. Well, I missed. Who's this? Hey, it's Fencrid! It's your boy! Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphanode had me lending a hand at the sanctuary, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running, and now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to the headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion that the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhowl in the lodges. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked so as not to upset the outlook. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find, Nago. You're in charge until I get back. Well, let's go desecrate a grave, I guess. Oh, great. Now, how far is it? So, I can teleport there. many do I need left here? Well, I'm currently in... I've gotten over there before. How do I do it? I've been in there before. How did I get in there? Completely forgotten. Did I jump down here and climb up the wall? Yes, I did. Long way around again. There we go. The hoot. This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off, and thought no more about it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied? Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. And we had best be sure we are not observed in doing of it. Shall we begin? His body's still in there. This is gonna be goddamn weird.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Great. So he isn't dead. Well, we already knew it.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
It is walking around. And you are? You're not Xenos. Is there no corpse? If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphinaud's theory of Asian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Asian is walking around in Zeno's body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interrupting the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut he as good as cut his own head off anyway. Ralbarn needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, tell me. I'm just gonna go tell me. Sigh, I don't know why I'm surprised with matters setting down in Doma. We were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Irianje over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Yestola is on her way and should be here any... Ah! It's been a while since we've seen Yestola. Alize, Knight, it's good to see you. You safe and well. What news have you from the east? Disturbing development indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Asian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Knight nay. Alphinaud had the right of it. With that, his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety capable, though he ventured alone into the enemy's stronghold and the shadowy web of a paragon. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there were something I could do for him besides pray. We're in the little interlude now between Shadowbringers, aren't we? Has to be. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace, more than clear. The icons in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the right beyond reopening. Repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan. Every party behaving exactly as planned. My method may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. He's the White Asian. And White Asian is taking control of his body. It's the only thing that makes sense. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. This is the guy from before. What are you... Have you lost your mind? I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final blow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission? Look at it. This can't be Xenos. It can't be actually two of them. Who is this? Shall I use this chance to repeat my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Who is this? Am I mistaken? I have to be. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for the word from Alphinaud. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it, shall I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely! You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East and of your encounters with that new primal. Right, let's I can't do it while talking. I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. I'm gonna put my headphones in. I think my headphones are starting to cut a bit. Might be they're dying.
Charging battery.
Let's sit down. Interesting. So this Tsukiyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of sacred relic. That's right. They believe their god of Kami resides in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalogue of such relics, but if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summonings in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea? It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. Talking cutscenes, please. Talking cutscenes, please. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhound's gravekeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Xenos is dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' graves, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamigam. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offering scroll was removed as per Lise instructed, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, tis like that the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos has not in fact risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed impostor, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. If Asahi was a fervent devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impostor. However committed, we must assume that we are dealing with an Asian and proceed as do. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphinaud in Garlemald? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risk. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Infestation? No, I didn't see the word properly. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft LXXV, so 25. Roman numerals, boys. Master Alphinaud, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just I can see naught from the cabin, and was curious to know land over which we flew. I am afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such necessities. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn of the western edge of Offard. Even the benefits of the porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but malms upon malms of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of aether. Aye, it is believed that a succession of Icon summoning was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Ulfard and beheld the blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared Icons a threat to our very star's existence. An issue of an Empire decree ordered the eradication of all such elements. Report! We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor, no visible intestations. Magitech, but who? All cannons, return fire. Damage report. The main reactor has been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it! They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact. Glad to have you back, Master Alphinaud. We have landed in one piece, more or less, but the air filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Aye aye. Oh! Do I play as Alphinaud then? Oh! Well, this is different. Master Alphinaud, might I ask you search for survivors? I will search as well. Okay. This is certainly new. don't know why I'm clicking. I should just be using buttons. Still there. Interesting. What was this? Hello? Fighting with the Guardian now. Or Guardian on our side. This is interesting. I didn't think we would play as Alpha Node. What is this guy? I'm really curious to see where this is going. So we're playing as Alpha Node right now, and this is clearly a side story. And this is the first time this has not felt like an MMO. So it's just like, I'm really curious to see where this is going to go. Thanks, your intervention proved most timely. Oh, well, I do not think to meet an Azorian in this place, let alone a Scion. You know of me, sir? Oh, he's the black dog, isn't it? I have some small history with your order. He's the Black Hound. But I would speak of you the present. Know your assailants and the severity of your predicaments. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard, and I could venture a guess as to their motives. But you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for asking, and as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Asian's mask? The face of our prey. Yeah, he's the Black Hound. Definitely, he would have a grudge. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubtably be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer, but Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. He's clearly the Black Hound. He's the I forgot his name. He's the Black Power Ranger or the Gold Power Ranger, if you want to go by those terms. From the first campaign, from the first story. He's the one who gets in the giant mech. He has hunted a lot of Asians since then. Okay. Okay. Interesting. This is intolerable, but as much as I wish it were otherwise, there is nothing we can do for Alphinaud now but pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here and sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territories and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. I'll go with you. I'm a ninja, like. And how exactly would that be any better? I must refuse your company as well, my friend. Formidable though you are, the success of my mission depends on moving unnoticed, and lest you forget, you have grown rather famous. I trust you understand. Fine. Just promise you'll be careful. It seems that prying is to be the extent of my contribution after all, but I will stay behind as I have been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happens to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequences. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a subtle East Aldenard vessel to bear me thine hither, but I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Knight. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphenor to share. Still not the end? Sisterly act. Right, I think I'll make this the last mission because I've got to go work in like half an hour. Oh, Knight, if you've come here hoping for news, I have none. Didn't read it. Everything is exactly as it was. Yustola is still investigating primals in the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alphenor is still out there somewhere. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting? It's driving me mad! Begging your pardons, I bear a message from Azorian Alliance. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matters of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamegan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian's involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your orders, Council, would be most appreciated. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afraid, I'd say this one falls to us. By which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course I will. Like I have to. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamegan by your leave. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing neutrally at a meeting will still be better than the nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right, Braille? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is, says. He's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials was listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could, and to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan quarter. Understood. Knight and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be a time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work.
Gods, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamigan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who did they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding him there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Offord. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Well, far be it from me to change your minds.
Alright. Salazar got to say, Loath though I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphinaud's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He is sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan, and Yustola is in Doma. Is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. While you see to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the Council to me. Thank you, Thancred. Right to Doma, then. We have much and more to share than with Yustola. Alright. Right, I've had enough. I've probably just teleported to the wrong place, haven't I? Yep, wrong place. Right, come on. I just want to teleport there. Oh well. That's Idleshire, that's Ragus Reach, that's Kugani, that's the Ruby Sea. Doman Enclave. It's probably right. I did it! I'm here! God damn right. Right, Yustola, let's go. Let's talk. What you got for me, Yustola? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I'm already in Shadowbringers and I just don't realize it. I don't know. I might be. If I am, that'd be jokes. Right. I'm gonna have to stop the stream now. I don't know if I'm in Shadowbringers or not. Actually, I'm not. You know how I know that? Because we're on level 70 missions still. And we haven't hit level 71 yet. But, guys, that has been the stream, though. Thank you, everyone who came out to watch. This was actually kind of fun again. Like, I really do enjoy just streaming video games or stuff like this now. It's a lot more enjoyable for me. But don't worry, there will be Yu-Gi-Oh! Streams as well and everything like that. But thank you, everyone who came out to watch. I'll see you guys later. There might be a stream this afternoon. It depends how I feel after work. But anyway, Robot1 signing out.